Week 2 of our spring AD podcast as we talk about all things with your Lebanon Warriors with AD Keith Pantling. Keith, how are we doing this morning?
We're doing awesome. Another busy week in April, so we're getting things underway. Kind of went over the schedule this morning to make sure we have our bases covered for the week. Knock on wood, the weather's looking good for the most part for 90% of the week. We'll see what happens later today here on Monday, but
Right.
yeah, looking forward to a busy week, and that's how things happen in the spring.
Isn't that the truth? If we just get some little warmer temperatures, I think softball and baseball could start playing regularly. It's just these, on Friday it was downright chilly on Friday to get anything to dry at 38, 40 some degrees. It was
Oh, I know. My one of the track coaches was just in here. Marty Collier was joking with me that he was going to send a complaint on Friday night, and my heart kind of dropped. I thought something bad happened, and he said I was going to text you that the weather was not cooperating with them, so it was a little too cold for his liking. But they
yeah.
made it through.
Yeah, I will second that. I won't send in a complaint, but I'll put a thumbs down emoji out for you. So
Yeah.
nothing we can do about it. But let's jump in. Let's start with baseball. Um, Even with not great weather, they're off to a super start with a busy week this week, and let's hope that we get some good weather and get out there and play some good baseball.
Yeah, they've got off to a terrific start. And Coach Schilt's second year at the helm. He admittedly said he had a little bit of a learning curve last year as well, and I think they finished with 10 or 11 wins last year and already 4-0 this year. The guys are a really great group. He's really proud of the way they kind of own their roles. You got pitchers that just pitch. You got guys willing to DH. You got multiple catchers that are willing to play all their positions, and they're all bought into to the team concept, and their bats are hot. And the pitching that was going into the season, just based on previous kind of statistics and things, was a little bit of a concern. And those kids have really stepped up and optimized their potential. Credit to Nick Taylor, who's working with the pitchers. And so, yeah, so far so good. Long way to go, as you know, in our conference, and you could just as quickly have a week, of the opposite results in a row. So they're just going to keep chopping wood and see where things fall. But really proud of the way they're competing.
Yeah, Anderson, Oak Hills, Little Miami, and Miamisburg this week. So let's hope they can play. It looks like they're playing in some nice yards on Wednesday. Looks like at Wright State, playing at Day Air Ballpark where the Dayton Dragons play on Saturday. So that's I remember my coaching days when you're able to go to those really special places. Boy, it just puts a nice shine on the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, coach does a great job, and it's yeah, we were actually talking about that this morning, how great of a week they have just in terms of that experience for our student athletes to go play at Wright State and then turn around and play at Day Air in the same week. So yeah, kudos to them for setting it up, and we look forward to those two matchups for sure.
Yep, good luck to baseball this week. Let's switch over. Let's stay on the diamond, but let's go to the smaller diamond. Talk softball. They're off to a a great start, and another busy week ahead for them. Let's talk softball.
Yeah, 7-2 to start. As you know, it's a great program that has annual success, and coach doesn't shy away from big time non conference matchups. So dropped one to Mason last night in the Reds Future Showcase, but they'll continue to compete against really top notch teams in the non conference. Dropped one to Kings in the conference. Kings is a really good team this year, and then Milford's the other one that's up near the top on an annual basis, and they'll face off with them on Tuesday. So a big matchup coming up in conference. And then Friday, we host our annual Friday Night Lights event where we have 7 other tremendous programs coming to Armco Park here in Warren County, and each team will play a doubleheader. So I believe we play Wayne at 5 o'clock and Miamisburg at 7 p.m. So there's a game on all 4 of those diamonds there, back to back double headers, and it's a great event for high school softball. And knock on wood, the weather is looking good for that event. We got washed out last year, so looking forward to getting back and celebrating that great night of softball.
Yeah, it's awesome. Armco Park is famous for their softball, and well, that sounds like a great night. Good luck to the girls, and ECC softball has been strong for years, so it
Mhm.
sounds like this year is no exception. So good luck to the girls and continued success there. Let's go over to boys lacrosse. Uh, Currently playing 500 ball, and they've got a traveling to Bellbrook tonight, hosting Marymount Warriors, who have a very strong team this year, and then Dixie Heights traveling to Lebanon. So a busy week for lacrosse with three really tough matchups.
Yeah, coach is really proud of the way they're playing. Two one loss or one goal losses rather. So very easily could be 5-1, but that's not how the chips fell. So 3-3, going to learn how to close out games here, and going to have a couple more close ones coming up. I know Bellbrook's a very tough opponent in that same wheelhouse, and then Marymount as well. So they're expecting two close games again.
Right.
I'm not sure about Friday night. I don't know much about Dixie Heights, but yeah, they're in the thick of things. They're very competitive, very deep. A lot of contributors. Dylan Stallings doing great in goal. So looking forward to their push, and they should be towards the top of the conference when things kind of settle in. So they're going to continue to compete.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good luck to them. Let's switch over to the girls' side. Boy, they're putting some goals up. Whew. Um,
Yeah.
Having a really nice season, 7-1 right now with two ECC matchups this week, traveling to Anderson on Tuesday and then hosting the Eagles of Milford on Thursday. So should be some tough ECC battles.
Yeah, especially Thursday. Looking forward to that one. I kind of had that circled on the calendar as one of the big ECC matchups. So looking forward to supporting them on Thursday. Yeah, the season moves so quick, but every time I turn around, they're on the road or things going on. You're right; they're putting up a lot of goals. They're having a lot of fun. It's a great galvanized group. I think a lot of it stems from that leadership with Coach Martin, and they went and took a trip to Florida over spring break, and they just get along. It's kind of a drama-free group, and they support each other. And I just love supporting them and look forward to the rest of their journey this year.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good luck to them. That's fantastic. Let's go to the hard court. Let's talk boys tennis. The weather's been tough on tennis this year. Slow starts for most programs unless they switch and go play indoor. Looks like a busy week if the weather holds. Harrison, West Claremont, Fairmont, Loveland this week. So four matches, and let's hope the weather holds and they can get all four matches in, get out and get some play in.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the weather really impacts tennis. It's such a short season; they get right into their postseason earlier than anybody. So it's a bit of a sprint. When you get washed out early in the week or early in the year, rather, they'll have this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday schedule probably for the next 3 weeks. So anytime they can play and the weather allows, they'll probably be playing over these next 3 weeks. So looking forward to getting out and supporting them as they'll be home a couple times this week.
Yeah, fantastic. Good luck to them. Hopefully, get lots of matches in. Let's go to track and field. This past week, they had the Herb Hartman Invitational up at Troy. And then this week, it looks like they're heading down to the University of Louisville for the Eastern Relays. So, full swing for track and field, getting ready for the ECC championships there in mid-May.
Yeah, kind of getting an understanding of who they are, figuring out where people are going and what events thing people are doing, what they have to do to kind of level up and be where they want to be. And this Eastern Relays, our coaches are really excited about starting to attend this a couple years ago. It's a really competitive event and kind of a good barometer for where things are as they come back and make the home stretch towards the postseason. But it moves quickly, and before you know it, they're into districts and regionals and so on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them coming back home for our invite that first week of May. I don't know the exact date offhand, but it's tough getting out to see them when they're always traveling kind of so
Right.
far. So I'm looking forward to watching them when they're back here in early May.
Like we were talking, Keith, with baseball, going to those nice yards at Wright State and Day Air Park, it's got to be fun for the track and field teams to go to the University of Louisville because I'm sure that's a state of the art facility in the ACC, and it's got to be fun to go down and run a facility like that.
Yeah, I know they're really looking forward to it. I was talking to some of the coaches earlier today, and I mean, it is. It's a great opportunity, and you don't see the same uniforms that you see day in and day out at local events. You're going to see some different competition, different schools. the way people train, the way they warm up, the different level of competition and from different areas of the country. So it's a great experience for our kids, especially the younger kids, to kind of see like,
Sure.
whoa, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Maybe I
Right.
should lean on coach a little bit more and do things differently and continue to try to improve. So I think overall it's just a great experience for our student athletes.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good luck on that. Safe travels down and back and much success. Let's wrap up with boys volleyball. Boy, they got a busy week ahead here. Let's see. Currently, I have them at 6-3, but this week they've got four matches, all ECC except one. Anderson Monday, Loveland Tuesday, traveling to Taylor on Wednesday, and then to Milford on Thursday. So a busy week for boys volleyball.
Yeah, me and our assistant Kaylin were joking earlier. Coach Long coaches our girls program in the fall as well, and he wanted to have a full schedule for the boys in the spring, which is 22 matches. And we're saying, in the fall, you got a good 3.5 months to get in that many matches. In the spring, it's pretty tight quarters. And so where in the fall you can go a couple weeks with just two matches, but most of the time you could have three where you're Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something. They are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here for the second straight week, and I think next week's just as busy. So trying to fit all those in, but it's got to be fun for the kids. You don't have a ton of practices; you're just out competing every day.
Yeah.
So they're running around like crazy, playing a lot of volleyball, and they're doing really, really well. So we're excited about them, and again, should finish in the top couple of the ECC in just our fourth year back. So
Yeah.
really excited
Great.
about the program.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Good luck to them and continued success. Before we sign off, I know you wanted to mention to the fans and parents and everybody about your college signing event on Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we have our final signing on Wednesday. We have four student athletes that from the class of 2025 that are continuing their pursuit of playing and studying in college. And we had 22 student athletes already sign here. I think it was 14 maybe in November, and another 8 in February. Highlighted by Ella Tubner, who's a softball player going to the University of Iowa. We have Kylie Bruce, girls soccer, going to Ohio. I could go on and on down the list of the various places we have people going that's just so impressive for our programs, and we continue to do this year in and year out to send 25 to 30 student athletes to continue to play in college, which is really
Impressive.
exciting for me. And yeah, in my position to see that impact and them continue to want to pursue that as student athletes at the next level. So we have that last one coming up on Wednesday. If there's anyone that did not get their paperwork in that wishes to take part, we want to make sure we get them in on this last one because we only got a month left of school for these seniors. So class of 2025, another great class that has come through and done some amazing things.
Yeah, it's great. Congratulations to them. Hope it's a great event on Wednesday. And Keith, as always, thank you for your time. Great stuff. Good luck to all the Warriors this week, and let's hope the weather warms up and holds. And we'll touch base next week with a lot of great results on your Warriors.
You got it. Thanks, Rob.